Welcome back everyone to the Collector Channel. Today I'll be opening up some wax packs from this 1978 OPC Major League Baseball box. This is a sealed box. It's authenticated by Baseball Card Exchange. I've had really good success opening up boxes authenticated with them, so I've been buying more and more lately. This is again 1978 brand OPC, and it's a wax box, so it has it listed right there. This is a really cool set. It has 242 cards in the entire set, so much smaller than the or much fewer cards than the 1978 top set. The 1978 top set has over 700 cards, and again this has 242 cards. There is a chance of getting an Eddie Murray rookie card. PSA 10s are valued at about $3,000 for a PSA 10, whereas a Topps PSA 10 Eddie Murray rookie card would be about $15,000 on the SMR, so that's like the guide value of the Gem Mint 10. There's also much fewer graded higher end OPC cards versus Topps, so they're a bit more scarce. I'll do some more talking, but let's open this up first and I'll kind of talk as I open up the packs here. So I'm just gonna be really careful because the box itself does have value. And I haven't checked the value, so anyone watching this video, if you know what an empty wax box for 1978 OPC goes for, that'd be awesome if you could let me know in the comment section below. So yeah, the Eddie Murray rookie card, there's PSA 10 graded, so that's the perfect Gem Mint 10. There's I think 18 roughly in the population report, and that can always change. And then there's like 5 OPC, so much fewer. And there it is, everyone. Fresh wax box of these. So yeah, 15 cents. I believe the tops were about 20 cents if I can remember right. So here's the pack. Now it's interesting that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe there's a Paul Molitor, Alan Trammell rookie card or Jack Morris rookie card in the OPC. 1978 Topps there is, but not OPC. So let's open up our first pack. The seal doesn't feel very strong, kind of a loose seal, but let's check out the card, see what we get here. The gum is for sure stuck on pretty tight to this last card. I think I'll deal with that later, but there's the gum, everyone. Okay, so far sharp. They have this rough cut, that's the factory cut, so that's a good thing. Shows that they haven't been or shouldn't have been tampered with or trimmed at all. So Bob Boone. And there's a ton of stars in this set. There's much fewer cards in the OPC set versus Topps, like I mentioned before. Look at that rough cut. That's just all the way around rough cut. But that's interesting though. It just looks like it's been, you know, factory cut and hasn't been I guess sanded down. That is really an off cut too, like a diamond cut. That's interesting. Oh, there we go, Pete Rose. That's one of the bigger cards of the set. So in the OPC, and there's a Rod Crew, Dave Parker, set that aside. In the OPC set, there's a bunch of stars: Nolan Ryan, Johnny Bench, Dave Winfield, Pete Rose, Yastrzemski, Jim Rice, Steve Carlton, George Brett, Mike Schmidt, just to name, you know, a handful there, or a couple handfuls. There are some record breaker cards too, and I think there's Pete Rose, Nolan Ryan, Reggie Jackson, and that's the card that has the gum. Wow, look at that Atlanta jersey. That brings back a lot of special memories to the 1970s. That V-neck and that special Atlanta logo, that's really cool. So this is a lot of fun. I've opened up a 1975 box of Topps minis, but since then really haven't opened up anything quite comparable as far as baseball cards go since then, and this is really cool. And I was looking at some of the prices of graded cards. Topps graded Nolan Ryan at PSA 10 is like 13,000 or so. It's a ton of money. And then there's a pop of 20. And then when you go to the OPC, it's PSA 10 is 650 and a pop of 2. So pop is population report, 2 on record. Now I think it's that reason because fewer people collect OPC baseball. With hockey it's much more popular. But with baseball, and there's Eckersley card. That's cool. Set that aside. So more people collect Topps, and the population, the graded card population on a lot of these is so low. Sometimes it can be a good thing, but sometimes it can hurt a card too, which is interesting. Because there's so few to go around that the prices don't always move much because there's so few of them in high grade. That's a cool runs batted in leader card from 77. I'll put that one aside. There's a gum on the back, so I'm not going to try too hard getting the gum off in this video. I don't want to damage the back of the card. I'll spend some time with that later. Yeah, so far these are really nice cards. It's disappointing opening up a wax pack and the cards maybe have wax stain on the entire, each card, which is a little suspicious, or they have really bad corners. I mean, these look really nice so far. So I'm going to keep a close eye on the condition on these and star cards to see if there's anything that's worth grading. I haven't been grading a whole lot of cards lately. Just been enjoying collecting, taking my time, and just enjoying the cards raw, being able to feel them and look at them closely. And I still do like graded cards, don't get me wrong. Let's pick, I'm going to pick out one from over here. I'll do. Gotta be careful of those corners. So for everyone watching this video, I have another question. What's your favorite set from the 1970s? Is it 75 Topps, 70? I mean, there's a ton of awesome sets back then. And I go back to, like the 80s, the 70s, 60s, 50s. They're all, there's a nice card. Pretty good condition too. They all just, have this different representation of the era. They're all unique and special. Topps did such a good job, and OPC, with the design, which I'm guessing Topps would have designed these, and OPC kind of jumped along and had the similar fronts and backs as Topps would, or did. Oh, there's Steve Carlton. That's another good card. Let me be careful opening this here. There we go. So I'll for sure have to put some of these in holders right away. That's a pretty nice card. What do you think about the rough cut? When I first started noticing these, I mean, it was years back, I didn't really like it. I was like, oh, that's just, it's such a rough cut. It looks like the card is just like sanded down or like mistreated or something. But over time I've really started to appreciate that, because when you see a card like that, that's clear evidence that it's factory cut and there hasn't been any trimming, or at least in my opinion. Al Oliver. That's cool how they put now with Texas Rangers. I always like that, where they'd, still use a older photo, but then put, traded or this and that. There's the checklist. Ooh, there's a Pete Rose record breaker card. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier in the video. So that's what the record breaker cards look like. That's cool. I'll set that aside. And the card with the gum on the back. Probably just do that and get the gum off. I'll try it. Just kind of tempted to see if the gum took off some of the words on there. Nope. Not too. I mean, there's a little marking right there, but that's all right. So what I'm going to do is get the star cards in holders, and I might go through these again off camera and just see if there's anything that's super well centered, super sharp corners, and if it's worth grading. The population reports on a lot of these cards for the high grade cards, they're really low population reports, so it's definitely worth taking a second look and looking through them again. So as you can see, everyone, we have a ton of packs left. I mean, there's a lot of packs in here. 36 total. I opened, I don't know how many was it, 4 or 5 packs, I don't remember. But there's 36 total, and there's still a ton left. So I'll be opening all these on camera. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Collector channel. Alright everyone, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.